Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Itachi1995.
And I am nobody.
Well then, so I got done watching the Super Smash Bros. Direct about an, an hour and a half ago, and some it wasn't really not all that much information that was new really came out. We gotta look at the
Oh,
move
originally.
sets. We got to look at some of the move sets. We got to look at the release time frames, and we got some new characters. But we'll talk about those in a minute. Um, the main thing I wanted to address first was the release time frames, and to me this is kind of confusing a bit, but I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't even know. I don't know what to make of this, but apparently the 3DS version of Super Smash Bros. Will be coming out um, during the summer of this year, and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii
Yeah.
U and the Wii U version will be coming out uh, during the winter. So probably somewhere around the holiday season, like I thought, or at least for the Wii U version. For 3DS, I'm not quite sure why they're doing it during the summer, but well, I'm not going to complain.
Uh, to be honest, the reason I think it is because the fact that the 3DS version needs less work. Yeah, they got characters and they gotta get all the characters and stuff right. But to put it on a 3DS,
Yeah,
the
true.
fact is everything will be different, and they'll have to do so much more for the actual console version of the game.
Right. Uh,
My opinion, why they did all that crap in the first place.
yeah.
That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. I guess that's right. Because the 3DS games are, you know, they're basically smaller because the 3DS
Yeah,
I believe was the 3DS is I believe a little bit more powerful than the GameCube. I think. Don't quote me on that. I think that's right. I know it's not as powerful as
is
the
that
Wii, but I think it's about as powerful as the GameCube, which is impressive for a handheld. But um, yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be smaller. It's going to be on a cartridge rather than a disc. So obviously they're going to have less storage space to work with. But there are going to be some different features, which actually that's a perfect segue. Um, the 3DS version and Wii U versions will have the same characters. So any character that's revealed for the Wii U version is also going to be in the 3DS version. So you no longer really have to worry, oh, is this a character that's going to be exclusive to the Wii U or the 3DS version? No. All characters are going to be exactly the same. However, there will be different stages and different modes for both versions of the game. The 3DS will have, stages largely based around the handheld games. Mario 3D Land. I think they have a Nintendogs stage or something. Animal Crossing, whatever.
yay? Nintendo.
Uh, yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo, I just want to rant on this for a second, real quick. I hate the Nintendo freaking helper character.
Guess
The
what?
Nintendo helper
Guess
character.
what? It's coming
Yes, I know it's
back.
back. I know it's back.
Goody.
I want to rant on that. I want to rant on that for a second, actually. I freaking hate that thing. Why is except for helping the computer out,
It,
which is pretty much what it does,
I don't
because the
understand the
computer doesn't be
use.
able to see this.
Yeah, I honestly don't get the point of it. It's like, oh, gee, let's block the screen for everybody because that's fun.
Except for the computer.
Well, that's just because the computer is like
Yeah.
computer controlled and they know what's going on. But like we as humans, we cannot see through the Nintendog. For all I know, I could be falling off the stage.
And half the time you are.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. But anyway, But that's about that. The Wii U version is gonna have some stages of its own as well. I know Battlefield and probably Final Destination will be shared between the two versions. But other than that, I'm not quite sure what other
Yeah.
stages will be shared. But a lot of the stages will be
In
unique
terms
to
of,
both. So that's good.
yeah. And I actually want to talk about the stages for a second because that's going to segue off to something else. But like, um, there's going to be a lot of stages that are going to be like the Final Destination stage now,
Oh yeah,
which are
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
used for
yeah,
one-on-one multiplayer
yeah,
in like a tournament form. Like,
yeah. Uh, it,
I guess they're
every stage
for
has a
glory, I believe it is.
every stage has a final destination mode, which is basically the stage is now one platform that you fight on. Basically, it's take a stage and remove any other platforms beside the very lowest platform. Is basically what it is. Or just flatten the stage in general, and the background is still exactly the same. And there are no stage hazards as well.
Yeah,
So every stage has a final destination form, at least in the Wii U version. I don't know about the 3DS version.
yeah.
But speaking of the final destination modes, that's the only thing that's going to be available in one of the online modes for the Wii U version. Um, because there are two online modes for the Wii U version. Once you get past the play online with anybody or play online with friends, you can select for fun or for glory, which is basically unranked, ranked. For fun,
Except they're saying there's not going to. Except they're saying there's not going to be a ranking system.
yeah, well, it's the
It's
way
a
they're
little
doing it.
confusing.
The way they're doing it is somewhat different, but it's kind of the same thing, really. Um,
And, oh yeah, you can have a username.
oh yeah, well that's because Nintendo Network. So people are going to be able to see
Yeah.
my username whenever I play Brawl, or not Brawl. Pff, wow, I mean Smash Brothers. They need to get an actual name for this game. Anyway,
Wait, yeah, you're right. I have it.
yeah, they're still calling it Super Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U, and something tells me that's going to be what it's going to be staying as, which,
Super Smash Brothers U.
yeah, Super Smash Brothers 3DS and U. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, basically for fun is you can fight on any stage except Final Destination, which to me seems kind of odd. Uh, I I mean, because it's like, well, if I'm playing for fun, why can't I use Final Destination? What if I like Final Destination and don't want to play a ranked match? That choice kind of confused
But the
me a
thing
bit.
is, they say it's for the hearted gamers, but really when you say ranked match, it's not going to be ranked, so I don't know where they're going with that.
Well, I mean, when I say ranked match, I mean the For Glory mode, which is basically Final
Yeah.
Destination and Final Destination mode stages only. So you can't choose like Battlefield and be it like have the platforms. Has to be Final Destination.
Yeah, and no items
Yeah,
in
and
that
no
mode.
no items. It's basically it's tournament mode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, I'm trying to think what else. Also, I believe for Glory, one-on-one matches are possible, while in For Fun, it has to be a four-player match. I believe that's how that worked.
I don't think so. I think it should be for I mean, one on one there too. I just think the difference is the for glory or for fun
I
aspect
I
of
think
it.
I saw that. I think I saw in one of in the differences that For Fun said Smash fights only. So in other words, four players. But then it said but then it specifically said in For Glory, 1 versus 1 matches possible. So I'm assuming that means that, one-on-one matches are only optional
In the battle
for
royale.
Glory mode. Now, I'm sure if you're battling with friends, yes, any stage and uh anything is available to you. He even said that. He's like, if you're battling, for with friends over the internet or locally, everything is available to you. You can use items, Final Destination, whatever, just
House
whatever you want.
rules, pretty
Yeah,
much
basically
whatever y'all decide.
whatever you decide on. Yeah. Um, which kind of brings me to my next point, which is apparently there are going to be custom move sets in this game. It has been officially revealed.
Yeah, no, that
I
is.
I don't know. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. I like that
It'd
idea.
be a good idea. I don't like the idea because the fact that there's probably going to be some moves that for some characters are broken. Well, like in every Smash Brothers game.
Well,
But if it allows, the only problem I have with it is if it allows that character to be too broken. I love Meta Knight.
well, here's the thing. He said that more details will be revealed at a later date. So really, we don't know the fine details. So the idea in and of itself, I'm liking this. I really think this is going to go somewhere. Cause like, I mean, wouldn't it be awesome if we could just like, customize the movesets like okay, yes, you can have this move, but if you have this move, you can't have this move, which I guess that's how they're gonna do it. So that way you can't like pick all the strongest moves. I mean, that's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And I think the stronger moves will also have their own penalties. Like I saw like Mario's Fireball, it was one of the things I noticed. When he had the huge fireball, it moved a lot slower compared to the normal
His
fireball, which
fireball, his fireball in Smash Brothers Brawl was weak anyway.
well, the fireball
But
is a weak
that's just my
is a
opinion.
weak attack anyway. But what I'm saying was it was really slow when he had it when the bigger one was going toward the opponent compared to when he shot a normal
Yeah.
fireball, which went like boom, straight to the opponent. But my guess would be the bigger fireball, while slower, is more powerful, while the smaller ones, while faster, are weaker,
Yeah.
which would be the so obvious obviousness.
Obvious.
Indeed. I'm actually kind of curious as to what the custom moves will be for Sonic. Because he's probably gonna be my main again.
You're too slow.
That's a taunt. But I
I
want,
know, but
but I
still.
want to hear Roger Craig Smith say that line now. I really want. I want that. I want this game just to hear that. Okay, not
What do
just
you
to hear.
mean? You
Like,
think you think that have him say that? Like, you think they'll have the new voice actor say that now or
yeah,
something?
of course they will. Why wouldn't they?
Well, you're right.
I mean, the reason Jason Griffith was the voice of Sonic in Brawl was because he was the voice of Sonic at the time. So I'm guessing that Roger Craig Smith is going to be the one that voices Sonic in this game.
Yay!
And I'm pretty sure they would have had to record new clips anyway. So you know,
So obviously you know know who your main is now.
yep. Well, I mean,
It wasn't obvious before.
if it wasn't
Yeah.
obvious before, just saying. Um, but I mean, I usually have about 3 or 4 mains that I usually go with in a Smash Brothers game. Like with Melee, it was Luigi, Mewtwo. Uh, I would use Captain Falcon on occasion and Link. And Brawl, it's Sonic, Luigi, um, Ike, and Toon Link for normal Brawl. For Project M, basically just swap. Let me just swap Ike and Toon Link out for Mewtwo and Link. I'm actually kind of curious who my other mains are going to be because I know Sonic and Mega Man are probably going to be two of my mains, just because Sonic and Mega Man. I mean, come on. Oh, also,
Yeah, I know,
also
right?
speaking of Mega Man, we I saw his final smash. Have you seen his final smash?
Yeah, no, I haven't.
It's awesome.
What is it?
Every version of Mega Man comes on screen and shoots a beam with classic Mega Man or something like that. It wasn't
Yes.
so we'll see Mega Man X, the version of Mega Man from Battle Network, um,
Oh,
all of the Mega Men, all of them except Zero because he's Zero. You need to see it. It wasn't shown how it's going to be in the game, but from what I saw, I'm just like, take the money now. I want.
I want Mega Man to do anything well.
True. But you know what? Now that we're on characters, we might as well talk about the characters that they have announced now. So, first up, Yoshi. Pretty obvious. I mean, come on. Did you even doubt for a second that Yoshi would not be returning? I mean, did you seriously think for even a second that Yoshi would not return? Come on.
Nope. Nope.
Anyone who thought Yoshi was not going to return, why? Why would you think that? Yoshi's been in every Smash Bros. Game since the N64. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna stop appearing now. Oh, and I love that fake out Sakurai did with the Zero Suit Samus thing. He's like, well, sadly, Zero Suit Samus will not be participating this time. Nah, just kidding. Uh,
I wish. No, I am kidding. I ain't really up.
but to be honest, she looks even better, like moveset wise, than she was in Brawl. I am liking Zero Suit Samus's moveset. They improved it. No more of that whip
Yeah.
thing to get back on the stage. No. She has an actual recovery move. Thank you.
Yay!
And the same goes for Olimar.
Recovery mode.
Same goes for Olimar. They gave him an actual recovery move.
Really?
Yeah, like he actually flies a bit. Like they gave him a true recovery move instead of just whipping the Pikmin out. Oh man.
Kind of like Pit?
Kind of.
No.
Kind of. Well, actually, they changed Pit's recovery. The gliding thing, I think he said, is not going to be coming back.
That is stupid. It
But of course, that was probably
was actually
it's probably just because it was somewhat broken.
not really. I mean, you're saying flying is being broken.
Well, no, I'm not saying that.
I mean, yeah,
He can
it's
still
kind of
fly. He
broken,
okay.
but
Look. Let me explain. He can still fly. He can still flap his wings like he could in Brawl. But what I'm saying is
yeah.
the move where I'm pretty sure the move he's talking about is where he swoops up and starts gliding. His side recovery.
Oh, okay.
His up recovery, I'm pretty sure will still be there. But
They
anyway,
need to figure out a way to help the side recoveries. They really do. I mean, the side recoveries are obviously losing some of their status and stuff.
well, I
Because
know
it seems like
there have really only been a few characters that have a good side recovery. I mean,
they
I would
need
still say
better
Pit.
recoveries in general.
I
Is
would
what I'm
still say
saying.
Pit still has a very good side recovery. Like he can still recover from a long distance away because he still has his wings, so he can still fly a bit. So I'm gonna.
Not really.
So I get. I mean, but I see it the same way as I see like Kirby and Jigglypuff. Basically he can,
True.
boom, 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 go for a distance. And Luigi's side recovery I know is the side B move, which I like to use a bit.
Yeah, so you're probably gonna lose that too.
No, no, it's returning. It has to. It's been one of his moves since the beginning, and I'm pretty sure they're not getting rid of it now. But um, I know this wasn't addressed in the direct, but I'm gonna go ahead and talk about why I like what's happened to Pikachu. You remember his down B?
Yeah.
Instead of being just a straight up lightning bolt, what it is now is like just this quick thing of lightning that kind of knocks the opponent down. It, it it's no longer this thing that they can just sit there and like spam the entire time.
Your brother.
Yeah, and just like knock the opponents off the stage like that. What it does now is it knocks them down, like straight down.
Yeah.
So I like that. But anyway,
The only time that'll come in handy is if you're trying to knock somebody off the stage.
yeah.
Think
Well,
about it, because maybe you should
yeah,
zap them with him.
zap them, have them come down, and then you can attack them off the stage.
Yeah.
Which I would prefer it. I prefer it that way. Because
Me too.
that involves a little bit more timing and skill.
I also like being able to recover though. That's my thing.
I do too. I like being able to recover. Anyway, let's move
And
on.
with that way, we won't be able to recover.
Let's move on. Apparently, let's go ahead and address this too. There will be no more mid-battle transformations. So after Samus
Yeah.
uses after Samus uses the laser from her power suit, she will not lose the power suit. And become Zero Suit Samus. And I'm pretty sure they're going to change Zero Suit Samus's final smash from recovering the armor to being something else. I don't know what.
That's the only problem I have too. That's one of the only problems I have too. Like, hers was just recovering the suit. So what does she have now?
Well, she now has the jet boots or whatever. So I'm pretty sure they're going to find a way to,
Oh.
to to use those or something. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Um, But then we have Zelda and Sheik, which again, no more mid-battle transformation. So pressing down and B with Zelda will now summon a phantom thing, something like that.
Link.
No, it's like this giant guard thing.
I
Uh,
know, I was joking.
yeah,
But that would be funny, just right in the middle of the battle.
yeah.
All of a sudden, you summon Link and start fighting with him. Link, I choose you.
That would be hilarious. But anyway, so and Sheik's down B, I believe, is going to be um this kick thing. I can't remember.
Cake thing.
I can't remember really. I'd have to look at it again. But all I know is that it's different.
Okay, let's talk about some of the some of the more new characters.
Okay, so Charizard's in the game again. I'm purposely
New
avoiding.
character.
Um,
Which one?
well, I'll tell you in a second. Anyway,
We probably already talked
But
about it. So,
Charizard's returning. But I'm not sure about Squirtle and Ivysaur. If they are, then they're probably going to have their own character slots because if they're introducing Charizard on his own, I'm pretty sure that means that he's going to get his own character slot, which would mean
and oh yeah,
Pokemon Trainer is gone, unless they give him three
uh-huh.
new Pokemon, which
And
is entirely
there's
possible
other new
actually.
Pokemon too. And there's other new Pokemon too. But we'll
Oh
talk about that in a second.
no,
But how
let
come? How come you only get like Squirtle? The other two are full power, but you only get Squirtle. I
yeah,
don't get that.
that confused me. It's like Charizard,
Wait,
Ivysaur, and
wait.
Squirtle.
We
Not,
talked about that off camera before,
yeah.
but
I was
yeah,
confused as
like
to why they didn't use Blastoise instead of Squirtle. It confused me. It's like either
but
make them
since you brought that
either.
point up, I should talk.
Let's go ahead and talk about him. Who the heck is Greninja?
Legendary Pokemon?
Who is this new Pokemon thing? Okay, okay,
Generation
just
6. I think they're
just to
more
save just
I
to
think
save me some fan
more now.
rage, I did look up information about Greninja. He's a Gen 6 Pokemon, which means he was introduced in the 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 latest games X and Y.
Uh-huh.
And apparently he is a water
Yep.
type, and I think he's also a
Yep.
fighting type. I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't really remember all the information. But I was just, when I first saw the hands like charging up the attack, and it was like it was like three fingers charging up a charge attack. I'm like, yes, 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 because I seriously thought that Nintendo had gotten smart and put Mewtwo back in the game.
Nintendo Smart.
I guarantee you that commercial was meant to. I guarantee you that video was made to fake me out, to give me false hope.
Did you say false hope?
Yeah.
Nintendo would never.
Ah, no, of
I mean,
course not. They
they
would
haven't did it in the
never,
past,
they would never do anything to tick me off.
but I already have.
I'm sorry, if you like Greninja, I have nothing against you. And you probably have actually played Pokemon X and Y. Me, on the other hand, I have never played Pokemon X and Y. I
Nobody
didn't.
played Pokemon X and Y.
A lot of people play
No,
Pokemon X and Y, actually. A lot of people did.
I know this is a joke,
I know it was, but
but
but it's not a very good joke if everyone has played
there's
it.
really no reason to play Pokemon X and Y. There's really not. I
And
mean,
and here's
yeah, if you play Pokemon games, there's Pokemon games out there, but why would you play? Why would you play X and Y? I mean,
because you're a huge
they
Pokemon fan. I don't know.
really
And because Mega Evolution. The reason I thought they would bring Mewtwo in was because they used him to advertise the Mega Evolutions in X and Y. Not Lucario, not this Greninja thing, which doesn't even have a Mega Evolution, by the way. They use Mewtwo, and that's what made me think, oh hey, this will get Mewtwo's popularity up. And nope. And not to mention, I thought you said you were using popular Pokemon in these games. You know, if I've never heard of this Pokemon, it's not all that popular. I basically live on the internet, and if I have not seen anything about this Pokemon before, um, why?
The only
Now,
thing I know is he was a legendary Pokemon at one time.
I'm not
I mean,
sure.
he,
I'm not sure,
if I believe
and I really
right,
no, no, wait,
because
no, I don't think it is evolutions. This one is the final evolution of one of the Pokemon, so I don't think it was ever a legendary.
are you sure?
I'm fairly certain, and not to mention, it was introduced in X and Y, so
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
And the legendary Pokemon in X and Y are the ones on the covers. The deer and the other thing that I can't remember.
Wrong. Wrong. There's like, I think, 8 or 9 different legendary Pokemon this generation.
I don't think so. I could look it up later, but I don't think they ever introduce any more than two legendaries per generation. Again, I could be wrong, and those of
Oh
you
well.
that know Pokemon can correct me on this, because again, I'm not a Pokemon guy. I don't claim to know Pokemon. But anyway, I guess that's
I
about
know.
it. I guess that's about it for the Smash Brothers thing. Smash Brothers Direct. Because
You're right.
everything,
So let's do this.
because everything else was basically just, seeing the characters' move sets and other stuff. So I think that's about it.
Yeah. All right. In 1993.
Itachi 9695, two guys and their games, signing out. Greetings, ladies
Hello.
and okay, let me try that again. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am Itachi
Oh.
96. I'm going to. uh, okay. I can't do this. Why can't? Okay. Fixing Sonic. Stop it. Okay. Three, two, one. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Itachi 9695. What did you do? I just let us in for
Did you
real.
not hear me?
What? I was talking,
Oh,
so
did
no,
you
I didn't
not
hear.
hear me?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right.
But yeah.
Leading in for real this time. Three, two, one.